What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. He is from the DoD clan and his name is Fox. In the blue color, in the top of the map, playing as Zeus. He is also from the DoD clan. His name is Pokerstar. Little bit of a friendly clan action in a not so friendly environment. This is a group stage tournament game from the RTS-Sanctuary Christmas Tournament, and it is on the map Marsh. Very, very exciting to see these two players play. I'm not sure too much about Pokerstar, but we did see Fox in the show match a couple of weeks ago promoting this tournament, and he played very, very good. This is on the Voobly balance patch 3.0, like every single one of these games that are being casted at the moment. So lots of new strategies coming out. Poseidon, not a lot has changed with Poseidon. Zeus got a couple more buffs in their late game, maybe some nerfs here and there. I've got no idea because I don't read patch notes, which would be really smart, but one day I will work out what's going on here. We do see Fox is making the bold claim to move forward with his hunt straight away. He's grabbing those boars. On Marsh, you know on Marsh that you've got hunt in the middle of the map. You straight up know that there's hunt in the middle of the map. Both players have it, and it's boar. So you can send villagers forward straight away and grab that super early, so that you have no stress about getting kicked off that hunt, and then you can come back and grab this hunt later in the game. He's also holding on to lure, which is super interesting. I think he's got some sort of feeling that he's going to have to deal with centaurs in this game. So he wants to play in his base with his villagers later in the game when the centaur come out. And then once the centaurs start falling off, he can then move back out. So he's holding on to that lure, going to cast that a little bit later in the game in order to get some later hunt, which is interesting. It's one of those strats we don't normally see. We can see a little bit of nice micro here. You take your low HP villager away so that he doesn't get killed. But you can actually force the boar to hit that low HP villager. What you do is you shoot them all. The boar's AI targets the low HP villagers first, and you just know that he's going to get attacked, so you can run him away straight away and cause a little bit of confusion there with the boar. We see another house going up for Fox. He's going to move basically back onto the gold mine there. He's going for a later sort of advanced time with this build. Instead of doing the 2 gold, he's doing 3 gold. It's old strategy, but it works really nicely. As opposed to Pokerstar, looks like he's going 4 villages wood, 2 villages gold. It's one of those new modern strategies in order to get to the classical age about 4 minutes 30 instead of 5 minutes. Or even 4 minutes 15 if you go fast enough. He's going to chuck that temple up at the back of his base there. He's causing a little bit of a weird choke point here. This would be cool if this wasn't locked off, but he doesn't know it, so he's assuming this isn't safe, so that he's blocking off this back. But I would prefer him trying to block off the front here, just along the middle. If he blocks that off, then his gold mine's completely safe from any raids. Also, he could have blocked off here as well. There's a lot of basically this is kind of the worst place for him to be causing a building wall. But he's choosing there, and he's not gonna regret it, but it's not gonna do too much to help him out. See this Boxer on the other hand, really nice building wall here. He's got the house, he's got the temple, tower, and that's gonna force Pokerstar to run in through here, take tower fire in order to pick off these gold villagers. So it's really nice. I would actually like to see Pokerstar probably go Athena in this game. Athena's such a strong god. You know this gold mine back, but if you go Athena, you can completely control all the forward hunt, and then put some pressure onto this forward wood line, force him to move to the back wood line, and then you can put all the pressure over here, and then basically pick off the wood, because there's not really any safe wood here. This wood's not safe. This wood you can really easily pressure with Athena hoplites. And then you're going to stop any Toxtos coming out, because you've got no wood. It has to go for cavalry. We do see Hermes as the option for Pokerstar. And Fox, not advancing quite just yet. He's going to be advancing after this village is producing, so he's going to be hitting the 5-minute mark for his advance time. Also going Hermes. It's always interesting. You could actually go Ares as Poseidon now. Poseidon has been buffed with Ares. I believe Cyclops is stronger, and maybe some of the other techs are stronger as well. But choosing to go also for Hermes. So double Hermes play, both going to have a little bit of centaur action, less so for the Poseidon player. A little bit of harass going on over here. You can just like harass the villagers a little bit, and it's really hard to deal with. What you want to do is you want to try and force Theseus into a position where you can surround him with your villagers and then just attack Theseus. Just using the bolt there, going to be getting that 8 building line of sight back. Not going to be too concerned about that. Fox grabbing his Jason out straight away, also his Odysseus and a Centaur, so he's planning all of that wood is being gathered. He's got no villagers on gold at the moment, which is completely the correct play. But you do need to start putting villagers onto gold, getting that stable out and start, and attempting to kind of make your economy a little bit more correct. You actually have to build 3 Centaur now instead of 2. You used to only have to build 2 Centaur, and you could kill off a villager. Now you have to build 3 Centaur in order to kill off a villager in one shot because they've been nerfed. Getting that Centaur upgrade is really difficult in order to make that happen. But he's grabbing that Centaur upgrade straight away. So it's going to be doing the harass. You can see these villagers, instead of losing half the HP, it's just over half. So a little bit more challenging to kill off those Centaur right there. Oh, sorry, those villagers with the Centaur. Fox, on the other hand, got his Theseus back out again. Might want to consider getting out his Hippolyta straight away in order to deal with the Centaur raids. But villagers moving onto the back. Oh, that's kind of unlucky, but he should have. It's not really unlucky, it's just should have set a gather point there. Gonna have to delete that house in order to get the Centaur out, but he can't delete it just yet. Okay, maybe he can delete it just now. A little bit interesting there. He's deleted the Centaur, the house in order to save the Centaur from the Odysseus, who would have been able to pick that off straight away. Okay, we do see a little bit of a raid coming in over here. Fox going for that early second town center. He does have access to Siegespire, so it's kind of safe. The Centaur were thrown away by the Theseus, so the Fox is going to get this town center up, and he's going to have access to all of these water buffalo for free. The lure has been cast, and he's grabbed 2 boar now to be gathered for safe. I really like that play. I really like it. Normally people cast lures straight away in order to have a really strong archaic gauge, but on Marsh, you can have a strong archaic gauge no matter what, because there's so much hunt. So saving it's a great idea. Something we're probably going to see quite a bit more from Poseidon players in the future, and having seen this game now. Pokerstar, he's not transitioning into the stable, so it looks like he's going to be grabbing that second town center. He's got 9 villages on gold, which is way too many if you want to start producing more units. So he's going to be starting that boom a little bit later, but he's got the pressure out on the map. So forcing watchtowers out, forcing Fox to play super defensive. He could actually just grab town centers at this point. He could go 3 town centers instead of just sticking on 2, but it looks like he's got the gold now, but maybe he is going straight for 3 town centers. Would be an interesting play. Interesting little choice there. We see some villagers moving up to this forward thing, trying to keep these Centaur out of their base. They could probably turn around and maybe pick off one of these villagers, but not going to be able to kill any. See, the 2 hits don't manage to kill off the villager, and he just runs away. The Odysseus is going to come through now and attempt to start harassing. Where's the Jason needs to move forward and start doing something. Jason not doing anything is a bad move. Unfortunately, that's what's going on. Catastrophic Scout just chilling up in this corner, not doing too much. Odysseus coming in, gonna throw a couple of arrows at the Theseus, but he's not too worried. He's just gonna wander away, pretend like nothing ever happened. A couple of relics on the map that weren't touched, meaning they're pretty bad. Kind of a waste. You got that line of sight. Line of sight's not bad. I'd pick that up if I had the time. Pegasus also not bad, but it is population that you don't want to be spending on a scout. And the crush armor, not great until later in the game, so you can pick it up later if no one grabs it. But it's actually pretty good. 5% crush armor is pretty good. Anyways, looks like Fox just going to be booming a little bit longer. Still hasn't decided to throw up any sort of military buildings just yet. Hippolyta missing that first arrow. Hippolyta did have a little bit of a buff. I believe Hippolyta does not has got a tracking upgrade, so that the first shot doesn't miss so much, but still misses a little bit. Looks like Pokerstar now moving forward. He was going for that quick 3rd town center, so Pokerstar's going, okay, Fox has gone for the 2 town center play. So I'm going to go 3 town centers, catch back up to the extra villages that Fox has got with the 3 town centers. So what Fox needs to do now is see that this is happening and grab that 3rd town center before Fox has enough military to make that difficult. If he does that, then he's going to continue to maintain his economic advantage. This is some really nice micro here. Just keeping the Centaur alive, preventing the Hippolyta from really doing any damage, actually keeping the low HP Centaur at the back so that he doesn't get killed. It's also really smart, but that's hard to really control. As you can see, they do swap pretty quickly. We do see the Centaur coming around to the side now, going to be trying to pick off some of these villages. There is a low HP villager there. You can actually highlight your enemy villages and see that, and we do see that he does manage to pick that one off. He could have picked off 2 villages there at this point. Looks like the village is moving back into the town center. Not happy with that position. Really should not be gathering wood from there. Should be over here, just over here. But looks like he's not. Looks like the village is going to move in again. Attempt to pick off some more. We do see Jason moving forward, doing some more damage. The 3 town centers is up, and Pokerstar's got so much food right now. He's got too much food. He is spamming from 3 town centers, but you only really need to have 12 villages on food to support 3 town centers, especially if you're all hunting. And he could be producing some military right now and harassing this town center. So Fox sneaking this town center while this harass is going on. I like this. He kind of knows that nothing's happening at the moment because Pokerstar's booming so hard. But he's not. I think unfortunately for Pokerstar, he hasn't played this completely optimally. He's got way too much food and no gold. He should be having at least some military units. He could just chuck down a couple archery ranges and producing Toxto so he doesn't affect that food while he's booming. We do see more and more Centaur coming out at this point in time. So he's going to be massing Centaur, which is really actually kind of difficult for Poseidon to deal with. He's only got 2 heroes at this stage. He is chucking down the stable right now. He's ready to start producing some military units, Fox is, but unfortunately for him, he is getting harassed by so many Centaur at the moment, and Pokerstar is sitting at... Now he's going to be building that armory, so he's going to be skipping military in the classical age, which is pretty interesting. He is producing Centaur, so that is something, and like I said, it's really difficult for Poseidon to deal with Centaur with only having the Hippolyta really to deal with the Centaur, because Theseus can't really do all too much. Always, here's the one thing that's not too spoken about. If you see villagers moving towards the town center and you're going to be firing against them, always fire against the furthest one away. That way you're most likely going to hit it. We do see the Odysseus doing some harass over here. As soon as Fox starts getting out some of those, what do you call them, Hippicon, you're going to start seeing a lot more ability to deal with this harass. We see some more Centaur coming over here, picking off the wall. Wooden wall takes a lot of damage from arrows when it's not completely constructed because it has no armor. So these Centaurs are going to move forward and start harassing against this storehouse. Storehouse being built in a pretty precarious position there. Not exactly correct. Again, we see a lack of rally point there, maybe causing the Hippicon some trouble, but he can move out if he so chooses. We do see the Centaur moving forward and around, trying to find some villages to harass. More and more villages being produced almost at that pop cap of villages. It's getting a little bit actually pop capped with houses. Might want to consider building some of those. We do see the armory is up and potentially some other shenanigans will go down right now. A lot of idle villages right now. Always want to be on top of that, but he is trying to micromanage 2 separate Centaur groups at this point in the time. It's really smart to be doing that, but you need to be on top of your villages. We do see that Apollo is coming out now for Pokerstar. Choosing Apollo over Dionysus. Interesting choice. I do prefer Dionysus just because you can start getting Scala. It's not Scala, Hydra. And Hydra is so strong. So strong, I guess especially against Poseidon. And we do see that there's 4 Centaur, 1 shot a Hippicon. So you can start hit and running with the Centaur there and pick off the Hippicon if you so chooses. Whew. Is Fox going to the heroic age as well? No, not quite getting to the heroic age. He's going to be sitting in the classical age a little bit longer, so I can produce some of these Hippicon. I'd be interested to see if Pokerstar can push this even further. If Pokerstar pushes this even further and goes straight to the mythic age, which it looks like he's doing, and goes through Hephaestus, then he's going to be able to really push this boom even further, and it's going to be up to Fox to get a fortress up super quick and kill off this town center while the boom's happening. Because then you can just go, you need to stop producing Centaur if that's the case, and save that, what do you call it? Save that favor for Forge of the Olympus, because that costs 60 favor. He is chucking that market up with only one villager. I don't like that. You want to get there as soon as possible. Take these gold villagers, build that market. Get up to that mythic gauge. Get the plenty vault. Start abusing Zeus's late game. We do see a couple of those centaurs throwing their shot, but only 2 of them managing to throw it out. Is that right? Yeah. So 4 shots kill one hippocon. 4 fully charged shots kill one hippocon. As you can see, not quite with the shots, you do manage to kill them off, and you can keep on harassing him. We do see centaur moving in. You can actually pick off some of these villages here, but Fox is way on top of that. Fox is looking to go. He's got so much food. Economic management, not great here for Fox. Fox needs to start spending those resources. Spend them and get out. We do see Aphrodite coming through now for Fox. Fox going Aphrodite is not sure if that's a good idea or not. Going Aphrodite means curse, but there's not really any human units to use the curse on, so it doesn't really do too much. But he does want to get that, start getting those 3 heroes out as soon as possible. You see military barracks coming out, and Hephaestus is the god of choice. You see another temple coming in, so he's going to be attempting to grab that favor up really soon. He's cancelled all of the centaurs at this point. You can see a lot of damage getting dealt to these hippocon. You need to hit and run. You don't want to keep fighting this. No. This is good for... No, that was actually really good for Fox there. If Fox fought that, he could kill off all those low HP centaur. What you want to do is hit and run with the centaur. We can see kind of a lucky gold mine spawn here for Fox with the town center protecting it, so you can't really move in and deal with this. Fox, on the other hand, looking probably to also go straight to the mythic age. Both people are skipping that heroic age, it looks like, but looks like Fox is going to be about 1.5 minutes behind Pokerstar. Pokerstar hitting that Hephaestus pretty quickly, and we start seeing more barracks throwing up. We see Hoplite now coming out. Want to start getting those line upgrades and chucking down 3 armories. I always see this in the Titans. For some reason, when people do this, they only go 2 armories instead of the 3 armories. You got the wood. You're going to have the resources. You've been booming for so long. You can't produce villages anymore. You're going to be getting that fortified town centers. You need to finish building those. Also, one villager idle here. A little bit interesting. Do see pretty preoccupied with his army though. Not throwing that straight down. Want to get that plenty vault straight away, and he doesn't have that many economic upgrades. So I want to start investing those resources you've got into more resources. Fox, on the other hand, is in a similar position. Hasn't got quarry yet. He just hit the heroic age though, so that does kind of make sense. We do see that Pokerstar moving in now, attempting to deal some damage to Fox. Fox going to be having to fight this off somehow. One centaur does die, manages to pick off that catastrophic scout. All of these hippocon choosing not to fight, going to be just darting back and forth in order to try and get that Hippolyta to deal as much damage as possible to those mid units. We do see a Hoplite moving in here, going to get picked off by the medium hippocon and the town center fire, so he does die. Unfortunately for Pokerstar, Fox is going through Hephaestus as well. Pokerstar still not putting down the money vault. That's probably a mistake right there. We do see Forge of Olympus has been thrown up. He does have those 3 armories up right now, but not enough economy in order to produce anything. He's really focusing on this, which is not what you want to do. Just if you're going to chill, just chill. I guess, but he's not choosing to do that at all. We see the heavy infantry is going up now for Fox. I think line upgrades at this point. Normally you want to get line upgrades and then armory upgrades, but with Forge of the Olympus, going armory upgrades first is actually better because it's cheaper and you get them faster, and then you can go line upgrades a little bit later, and it's better. You want to get them out as fast as possible generally. I think with all of these hoplites having their bonuses, you can start attacking this location over here. Attacking here is kind of a waste. I still don't understand why he's not put this plenty vault down. What's he waiting for? Just chuck it down. Maybe he's just decided that no god power game. You get to both use the archaic god power. Maybe that's what it was. Who knows? Hephaestus now coming through for Fox. Fox gonna chuck his plenty vault down. Yep, plenty vault. Wow, I picked it. Plenty vault going down in the right place. Pokerstar also throwing his. He's just waiting for his buddy to get to the mythic age. He's being nice. He's being nice and friendly there. We just see the Bellerophon is out. Going to be doing a little bit of scouting action there. I'm not sure why why Pokerstar isn't hitting this location. He has got that upgrade for Silver Colossi right now, producing more and more buildings. You want to just flood this area with buildings. You can even grab a dock on this location and start sieging this with siege ships. It's super interesting. I don't understand why this is happening. We do see Forge of Olympus is coming out for Fox, but he's only got the one armory. His economy is a little bit behind Pokerstar's, so he's going to have to catch up somehow. Catching up with the multiple armories is always an option. We do see the Bellerophon attempting to pick this off. We do see Underworld Passage coming in now, so this is going to be the big fight. Big fight here. Curse is going to go down. We can also have a ceasefire as well, but if the ceasefire comes down, you can send villages through and start building military buildings in this location right here. If you fix this off, then that means that no more gold is going to come in. But unfortunately for Pokerstar, he didn't spot how much gold was left in that gold mine. The gold mine has been expired. Looks like the village is just going to move over to this location and then start mining there. Where is the other Underworld Passage? It would have been really smart for the Underworld Passage to be over this location so he could just jump around. But it looks like all the villagers are going to safely move to the forward location here, and we do see some more armory upgrades. Armory's coming up for Fox there, and he's going to be producing all of those armory upgrades right now. Pokerstar, on the other hand, not producing any more armory upgrades because he has all of them except for some of them, because he is a little bit slow apparently. He's grabbing the archery upgrades and the champion infantry as well. So this is interesting right now. He needs to grab our champion infantry, which he is, and also needs to get all of his other upgrades. So this fight, I'm not exactly sure what to think about it because he's got the counter units. He's got the infantry to deal with all of these cavalry, but there are some Toxtos, and there is a little bit of tower fire coming in right now. He's chucking more buildings up over here as well. I'm surprised that he's not he just doesn't want to fight. Maybe if he moves over into this location and starts bashing it down while the Underworld goes down, that'd be really smart, but it looks like he's going for the main base instead. So he's going to be moving in and trying to pick off this gold mine because it's where he thinks Fox is mining from. But Fox has done the ultimate metagame there, but he's being spotted. So what's going to happen? Is Pokerstar going to react to this? No, he's just going to move over to this location. He's chucking down a fortress and a temple in this location. Looks like Pokerstar going to be moving in right now, attempting to pick off this stable, and he's going to be picking off the foundation of the stable. Looks like all of these champion Hippocon are going to be moving in right now, attempting to fight off the champion Hoplite, but the Hoplite completely shred through these Hippocon. Hippocon sitting at similar upgrades to the, no, not similar upgrades, champion Hoplite have got those iron upgrades already. Going to be moving in here. Looking like they're not trying to fight too much. The two Colossi are going to be attempting to bash down this fortified town center with Bellerophon picking off some of those donkey caravans for free. These medium Hippocon doing pretty well, but they're all going to die. It looks like flood control has been researched for Pokerstar. It's not going to matter too much. Going to give him a little bit more of the food, but with only 10 villagers on food, that's not too much. He needs to start producing a lot more of those Toxo, a lot more of those counter infantry units, Hypaspists, or Hippaspists, or whatever you want to say it. Looks like the fortress is now coming out. Heliopoli are going to be pumping as much as possible in order to be moving into this location. Actually going to be garrisoning them. Looks like, unfortunately for Pokerstar, is going to be losing that fight. They're going to have to move back. Champion Hoplite going to get picked off have been picked off, which is funny. It looks like they were winning that fight. We do see that the gold Colossi are now coming in, but with the Theseus and the Colossi of Fox, he's going to be able to pick that off. I'm unsure as to why Pokerstar isn't helping that out too much. We do see that the Heliopoli are going to be picking off a storehouse. Know exactly what you want to do. Fortress going up for Fox. Pokerstar needs to start sieging that down as fast as possible. Producing all units. He's not at full population, which I don't like. He needs to start thinking about a trade route as well. So he's going to need to get a little bit more of the food coming out there. We do see that Hoplites moving in now. Going to be able to pick off this fortress as best as possible, as quick as possible with these two Heliopoli and the Gold Colossus as well as Hoplite. Picking off those villages, really smart. Want to stop that repair rate. Then he can start moving into this fortified town center. He does have Architects. Architects is pretty strong, going to prevent it from falling. But where's the rest of... his army's over here defending against a little raid coming up on that I missed, unfortunately. It looks like Heliopoli and the Gold Colossi can now start moving in for free onto this town center, but it looks like too many units here. Pokerstar does need to get some more infantry units into this front. It looks like he's going to be producing military units straight from these buildings only, which is why he's not sitting at the full population. He's trying to get the units in there as fast as possible instead of the units out as fast as possible. We just see the fortified town center is going to start getting under siege by this Gold Colossi, but Polyphemus is going to come in and just bash this guy. He's going to do so much damage. Okay, I lied about so much damage, but he does deal quite a bit of damage there. Polyphemus is such a strong hero, such a tank. It's really hard for you to kill him. So basically the Polyphemus can just kill that Gold Colossi off as best as possible. You see both of those Heliopoli getting picked off there. So Fox doing a really strong job here in order to deal with this. He needs to start sending these idle infantry, idle military units in and doing some raids. It's picking off the units that Fox has. Fox is sitting at only 500 gold, so if he does lose this gold mine, then that basically means he loses the game. So Pokerstar, not aware of that, completely not really playing this one too efficiently, unfortunately, but it looks like he's going to be continuously fighting in this location. We do see one hoplite moving in over here. We see a couple more infantry moving in here to get these champion hoplite onto that guard tower. Guard tower does not have boiling oil, so he's not going to be able to deal with the hoplites killing off the guard tower. Get the Toxtos to pick off the villages, and you're going to be sitting in a really strong position right there. And you see Fox, he's trying to push in here. He's got a lot of units, but it's just so tanky. The units right here are so tanky. Polyphemus is going to get picked off there by the heavy Toxtos and the Bellerophon. Looks like 2 more Gold Colossi are going to move in right now and attempt to do what they can. Jumping the Bellerophon into the middle of the pack, never a good idea. His speed has been, he's not nerfed, he still moves at 6 speed, so he can dodge units, but you don't want him to be tanking too much. He's such a strong unit. We do see that the raid has been thwarted by garrisoning into the tower. But if you just send a couple of hoplite in there, you can really pick that off really easily as well, because hoplite have that bonus against buildings. So it looks like this fight going back and forth at the moment for Fox and Pokerstar. Pokerstar looks like he is losing it a little bit, but there's not really any units right now. I think potentially, there we go, Petropoli are the correct unit to be built right here. If you just chuck a wall up or 2 over this location, wall over here, then it's really difficult for Fox to deal with that. But he does have Bellerophon. Bellerophon can pretty much one-hit a Petropoli. So he could start doing that. We do see that Pokerstar has started with the trade route, but he's only got maybe 1 or 2. He doesn't have that many donkey caravans at the moment, because he's still got a couple more gold mines to mine there. He's got to be aware of when they're going to run out and when he should start that trade route really heavy. Looks like more and more guard towers going up for Fox right now. He's playing the defensive game. Looks like the Petropoli has come out as the Bellerophon gets picked off. So Fox needs to reproduce that Bellerophon straight away. Not Fox, Pokerstar needs to reproduce that Bellerophon straight away in order to deal with this Petropoli. If he moves this Petropoli over here, pick off this fortress, it's going to be a big win. I still want to see this water being used. There's so much opportunity right now to just start sieging this town center down. It's one of those things you think about on watering hole, because it's so obvious that there's water, but for some reason on Marsh, you sometimes just forget there's water on the map, because it's green and it kind of looks like the land, doesn't look like there's water, but you can definitely put siege ships onto that. And siege ships, such a strong option right now. Such a strong option to pick off this town center. Unfortunately, Pokerstar not aware of that, and he's going to continuously fight in this location. And unfortunately, fighting here is not going to work out too well for him, especially with the Petropoli out. We don't see a Bellerophon coming too quickly just yet for Pokerstar. Pokerstar needs to get that one out in order to deal with these guys, because he doesn't have any other options, basically. We just see a fortress going up for Pokerstar in this location right now. We just see a bunch more of these hoplite moving in. If he can just pick off, he just needs to pick off the guard towers. Just pick off the guard towers, and then this location doesn't get mined from anymore. That being said, if he loses this location, then this gold mine is completely free to be mined from. But also, we have to remember Pokerstar's trade route. It's really strong. It's going very. It's not that strong, but it's pretty okay. The other thing we can realize is a transport ship. Transport ship here, coming over here. Bash this down, infest this area with buildings and everything else, and it'll be really good. Kill off the market, kill off the trade route. Fox, on the other hand, I think all he really needs to do is, I think he's actually got a better economy than Pokerstar at the moment, which is why he's winning these fights. So if he can just push out, he can just keep pushing out, and he wins the match just by sheer attrition. And he can just push through and kill off this fortified town center like normal. Also, there is a little bit of sneaky water here that you can use to siege this town center as well. We just see a watchtower coming over here. Looks like the location of the siege is changing for Pokerstar. Pokerstar going to attempt to pick off this town center. He's sending a Gold Colossus in order to deal with this, but we do see a Hippolyta coming out right now, but a little bit of focus on here going to be enough, and Heliopoli as well going to move in and try and pick off this location with the town center is going to fall. All of these Petropoli are going to be picking off over here, which means that Fox can move over onto this gold mine, start mining that. We do see the dock has come up now, so he's going to start getting Navy Oxybulus. I can't actually pronounce it, but that's cool. Maybe someone can tell me how to say that in the comment section. We do see villagers moving out here and going to be able to pick off this Heliopoli really quickly. They got that bonus minus against Heliopoli, but all these Toxtoes moving in right now, going to be picking off all of those units. We do see that Bellerophon is coming in, but with this Gold Colossus, keep picking off this town center super quickly. He is still producing villages, which I'm not sure about. He wants to be potentially picking off something else. Maybe a ceasefire can come out for Fox right now. Unfortunately, Fox... Nope, no, he's going to just repair it, and there's not much that he can do about this. It's probably going to fall down if he doesn't pick off this Gold Colossus. It looks like he's pretty close. Pokerstar might want to think about getting some Petropoli into this area, forcing the fight underneath these towers. Unfortunately for Pokerstar, this fortress is focusing down a stable. All of these units are focusing down stables instead of units right now. Bellerophon getting it picked off again, and all of this location has been cleared up for Fox. So Fox getting a little bit of a win there. He is getting Navy Oxybilus, and he's starting to get Juggernauts out right now, and also getting that Conscript Sailors. Really, really smart move right there. But there are guard towers here, so guard towers can delay the Oxy Juggernauts because they have to kill off the guard towers first, because guard towers deal so much damage to boats. They have huge bonus against boats, so he has to kill off the guard towers first. And you can see he's garrisoning them in there, so he's been a little bit sneaky. Just being a little bit sneaky in order to take this location out. We just see a couple more of these champion hoplites just chilling in the back here, not knowing what they're doing. Might want to send them in for a little bit of a raid onto houses. There's always a sneaky little tactic there, just to give yourself a little bit of leeway there. We do see some watchtowers going up as well to defend against this location here. You don't want to lose this. We do see a bunch of villages moving up now. Looks like Fox has sniffed this out. He's building a fortress over here in order to defend against this. We do see a dock coming up right now. So unfortunately, this is going to be a really, really difficult for him to defend against. There's not much you can really do. We do see that the dock is firing against the docks, but it looks like we're going to move in right now and attempt to be picking off this location with as much stuff as you can. Got all of these siege weapons going to be moving in and attempt to pick off this town center. We do have access to ceasefire though, so the ceasefire would be enough to get these up. We do see guard towers going up now in order to defend here. Really quick play there by Fox in order to defend against that siege, but we've got so many siege weapons onto this town center, so many villagers repairing it as well though. Is this going to be enough? We do see, unfortunately, ceasefire going down. We're going to have a little bit of a break here, a little bit of a minute break. We're going to see what goes on in this ceasefire. We're going to be sending these Toxtoes over here, maybe picking off some of these villages, maybe even picking off some of these Juggernauts. Pokerstar sitting at 160 pop, so he can't really produce anything else. Fox also sitting at 160 pop. So I think what would be a great idea for Pokerstar is to make sure you wall off this side of the map so none of these shenanigans can come up with side builds. We do see these hoplites chilling, not doing all too much. Pokerstar missing out on the upgraded upgraded bow saw. You want to get that one coming out. That's really important. That's why he's sitting at 1,000 for wood, I guess. But always good to have as much income as possible. More and more buildings coming up now for Fox. Fox might want to think about grabbing this relic right now. 5% building crush armor. It's pretty strong. We do see that the Petropoli coming in now, they're going to be able to siege down this location, and also the Oxy Juggernauts. Petropoli deal 150% bonus versus naval ships, so they deal a bunch of damage against the Oxy Juggernauts. So you can actually pick them off with siege. But it looks like he's going to be aiming for the docks, which is probably correct. And unfortunately for Pokerstar, he's not managing to deal too much with this anymore, which pretty much means this location is completely safe now for Fox. So Fox is playing the attrition game yet again. So quite a few Heliopoli out though, so they're going to be dealing a lot of damage. You want to focus fire buildings at this point. You don't want to have 3 Heliopoli attacking 3 different things, but it looks like that's kind of what's going on here. A bunch of these guard towers are up, so once this location's settled for Fox, then he's going to be able to move these Petropoli back over, reroute from over here, and then start picking off this location here. Looks like potentially some Colossus coming in here. Another side build here. I like this. I like this a lot. You want to be forcing hero units at 2 locations, because you can have so many gold Colossi, but only 4 hero units. And it looks like Pokerstar dealing a little bit more damage here. He's picking off buildings as much as you possibly can. And he's going to be attempting to move in here and killing off this town center when he possibly can. But it's maybe too many Toxitoes at this point. Toxitoes are not really the unit of choice that you want to be going for as Poseidon here. You probably want to be going for Hypaspist or Hoplite. Hoplite because they have a higher pierce armor in order to deal with the towers. Hypaspist if you want to be picking off any of the infantry units of Pokerstar, and also picking off these units here. We do see some granaries getting produced. Interesting choice there. We do see Gold Colossus coming onto this town center, and potentially Gold Colossi not being built anymore over here, but that's okay. We can see, I don't know, we do see that the town center was picked off there. I'm not sure if that was just by the Petropoli or what, but I want to rebuild that fortress as fast as possible. We do see the Bellerophon now coming in, can pick up this Petropoli. We do see the Hullabri going to be picking off some of those guard towers, and this location has been sussed out. We do see now that Oxyjuggernaut's coming out, but it's kind of a waste. You don't really want to do that too much there as Fox. Luckily, he's only producing the one. He's producing a transport ship though, so he's going to be able to move into this location with these villages and start pushing up this way, which is an interesting choice there. We do see another fortress coming out now. Fox wants to build some more siege units in the direct location here, but I think focus firing this town center is always the right choice. If you want to get that town center down as quick as possible and win the game that way. We do see a couple of these gold colossi going to be able to kill off this town center, so the town center is going to fall. Looks like Fox wasn't paying attention, not able to defend against that one. So one town center falling now for Fox. That's a huge win now for Pokerstar. Pokerstar can just like secure this location now, just send all of his units over here, kill off all of these things. If he kills them off, then it's going to be really, really good. You just want to basically abuse the fact you've got 20 more population, so you can just send all your units in here and stop this going up. This is where you want to send all your stuff. Looks like villagers moving in here. This is kind of, I don't know if this is that great. All you need to do is take your villagers off the line and just kill off these villages with the villagers. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Nice little side build while things are going on here. We see a little bit of a war going up, but essentially all you have to do is, as Pokerstar right now, is grab this town center, and it's going to be super difficult for Fox to come out. We do see a little bit of a war going in here. I like this wall. It means he can chuck his units in. And you can chuck the fortress in there and start some shenanigans onto this back location here. We do see that move of the Toxitoes coming in right now, going to be sitting in this location here. Fortress now going up for Fox. He's trying to sneak that one up. Does Pokerstar see that? Pokerstar does not see that just yet. He's picking off houses now. I love this picking off houses. Picking off houses is a great idea. Another dot going up for Pokerstar now. He can start producing some of those battering rams. But we do see these. What's the purpose here? Is Fox going to be producing anything from this? Looks like he's not producing. He's producing one stable here. We do see now that the reaction has come a little bit late there. Fox now producing some of these barracks. Fortress now is up. Oh no, we don't want to see this going up. You've got to stop this from going up. So get the Toxitoes to start hitting that. Get the Heliopoli in here. Get this Petropoli in here. Where's the Petropoli? Need the Petropoli to be doing some stuff. Unfortunately, it looks like this town center might actually go back up. You want to be taking a couple of these Toxitoes to kill off the villagers building this town center. Looks like more towers coming out. Pokerstar maybe a little bit too concerned about this location. Maybe it doesn't really matter that much. We do see a couple more Navy units coming in now in order to deal with this. And the town center does get stopped. Some more towers coming up. Might want to throw up another fortress and maybe even get some military units in to kill off these Petropoli. Petropoli are going to kill off these guard towers, and this location is going to be secure. Pokerstar, I'm not sure about this. Pokerstar needs to just like start using these resources a little bit better, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose this game. Oh, there we go. That's what we want to see. One Bellerophon there, picking off all of these villages. That's what you want. Get the Bellerophon to kill off all the villages, and then you can just pick it off with a couple of Hoplite. And you'll be totally fine. Hercules coming out, or Heracles. Heracles is more accurate. Coming out, they're going to be dealing with what he can. Some walls coming up. These Petropoli are going to be picking off these guard towers. Totally cool right there for Fox. He's actually kind of defended against this because of this side build, which is funny. Like, it's not that important. He had the game. Pokerstar had the game won. If he just he could have traded it. He could have just been like, okay, fine, kill this town center, and I'll grab this one, and then deal with this. It's so much easier to defend against like someone killing this one off if you're ahead in population.
Anyways, Petropoli falling there with the hoplite, and finally Hypaspis coming out right now in order to kill off all of the infantry units of Pokerstar. Town Center back up for Fox, so Fox sitting in a great position right now. He's got this side build going on, he's got the his home base defended against, he just needs to start pushing forward, and he's going to be in a great position to win this game. Polyphemus coming out right now, he's going to be able to kill off all of the other stuff that Pokerstar has. Pokerstar losing so many units, and he has to pick off this location as well. Want to get those hoplite onto that fortress as fast as possible. Not that it's really going to do all too much, but you want to kill it essentially, and then get your units back into this location and attempt to do what you can. We do see another one of those sneaky Colossi coming out right now. Colossus is going to be coming in to try and kill off this town center, probably not this one. You want to try and get that to sneak in again, just like see if your opponent misses it. Because you got so much action going on at this point, you can just like sneak a Colossus in and kill this off. Also, you could just like come in and start eating the gold mine, which is funny. Always funny to do that. In order to gold starve your opponent, you eat all their gold. Anyways, we see this location is completely safe right now. Fox. He's gonna be doing okay. He's gonna be picking off the military academy with these Petropoli. He needs to push out right now and put the foot on the throat of Pokerstar, who's running out of options at this point. Running out of options. He is picking off villages with the Colossi into their buildings. It's not exactly what you want to do. Nice little wall here in order to defend this location. We see Doc come up there for Fox. Fox is going to be picking off some more of these military buildings with the Oxy Juggernaut. See some more towers going up for Fox. This is the way you play the late game. Walls, towers, siege, and you just push slowly. If you're ahead, that's the idea. If you're behind, you want to be causing as much havoc as possible. And if you cause havoc while you're ahead, it's also a good thing, which is why this side build was such a good idea for Fox. Fox is like, I need to cause some havoc in order to get my town center back, and he managed to do that really nicely. A little bit of a fling there by the Gold Colossus, by the Polyphemus on the Gold Colossus. Always loved that special power right there. You see Fox pushing out really, really hard here. It's just like Pokerstar might have too much economy, which is why Fox is, well, I don't know, Fox's economy is really good as well. So I'm not sure. He's got 9,000 gold. It's insane. An insane amount of gold. We do see that this Gold Colossus is still picking off villages though. Doesn't realize that he's probably assisting Pokerstar at this point. There is a point in the game where you can actually just sacrifice all your villages if you got so much resources in order to just like do kind of like a mini Ragnarok, change all your villages into infantry units, basically by killing your villages off and then just buying a bunch of infantry units and you just send them all in and see what you can do. But very rarely do we ever see that happen. Do see another fortress going up for Pokerstar, maybe wanting to get back into this location here. We do see that another transport ship has been built, another side build attempted to happen. He does have the option of building a fortress in this location as well, which he could go for. And we can see a little bit more shenanigans going on over here. We see villagers sneaking by. Does Pokerstar see this? Pokerstar does see this, but will he have actually noticed it? Because you're not going to see it in the middle. Fox is going to be moving. He does manage to sneak in here. He is going to get this fortress going up. Does Pokerstar see the fortress? He does see the fortress. So he knows the fortress is going up. If he can see it, if he manages to notice that the dot has popped up there, that's the one thing. He has to see the dot on the map. Fox, really, really smart play right there. Pokerstar, on the other hand, he's pretty much crumbling here. He's got no units out at the moment for some reason. He's crumbling. It's kind of like you have this moment when you play long games where you just lose the lack of concentration and you can lose the game there. If you lose the lack of concentration in building units, then it's just going to be over. We do see that this fortress is going to get built, so he's going to start being able to produce some Heliopoli over here, and he's going to start throwing down some towers, and then start moving in, finish this wall off, and Petropoli can actually hit this town center. You see these Gold Colossus do have the option to move in here and start picking this off if you so choose. We see a bunch of these Hypaspis are out right now. Atlanta's out as well though. Atlanta's is one of my favorite units, super fast, super cheap, and we do see walls now being completed here. Wall first instead of the towers. I like it, so now I can just build some towers. Maybe this is too far away for the Petropoli, maybe, I'm not sure. He is producing Petropoli. We're going to see if they come in and start sieging this location. If they can get in and he can start flinging, looks like he can start flinging. He's going to start flinging. He's going to kill off this location. He's going to put up a fortress. I would have preferred to see towers, to be honest. If you get the towers up, it's much better. And it looks like while this is going on, Fox can start putting towers up over here as well in order to siege this location. So much siege going on. You have Fortress now coming out with Heliopoli in order to pick off these guys as well. He's trying to pick off this town center while this is going on. So it kind of looks like 2 town centers are getting sieged for 1 at this point. We do see that the Hoplite now going to be attempting to pick off this wall. Fortress is probably going to go up. It's probably going to get up by the time this wall does fall. He's only got a couple of these Hoplite coming in right now. Fortified walls are so strong. But looks like a bunch of these Petropoli shots were actually killing off the barracks instead of the town center, so that's going to delay that as well. And it looks like Fox is pretty concerned about this location over here. He's going to build a storehouse and start chopping wood. I think you should build some towers, to be honest, in this location over here. So many hoplite over here, though, so that does leave the option to move in and start picking off over here. But he's probably concerned about this location, doesn't want to lose this one off too quickly. Does manage to pick up one of those docks, and these next Ox Juggernaut's going to pick up this second dock. And watchtowers now, guard towers now for Pokerstar are going to start coming out. You can see that it's going very, very well for Pokerstar in this location, but he's losing this. He's winning this location as well. We do see some high pacifists coming out. They did manage to sneak through, but it's not going to be enough. There's too many hoplite here in order to deal with this. Some gold colossus coming out right now as well. I'm still not sure why this isn't being side built. If you just start chucking up towers over here, you can start really putting pressure onto this location. We see a bunch of villagers moving in now, going to be putting up a fortress onto this gold mine in order to secure it. We do see a town center, a fortress now falling for Pokerstar right now. Pokerstar, another fortress falling for Pokerstar. So if both of these locations fall, that's the last little point in the game where Pokerstar's got a little hold on it. He can, he decided to tap out, says GG, says, okay, I've lost this location. A little wall coming up over here for the Petropoli to start sieging this town center. I can't defend against that, as well as this location. 3 fronts. If we learned anything from World War II, 2 fronts is too much, so 3 fronts is going to be way too much. Really, really well played there by Fox. I thought for sure Pokerstar was going to take this game at some point there. He had so many opportunities to win. Gold Star, Town Center, managed to kill a Town Center, didn't manage to hold on to it though. Just Fox played it really, really well. Super good game there by Fox. Well played. If you like this game, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell if you want to see these videos coming out as soon as they come out. My name is Boit, and thank you guys so much for watching.